My name is Adam Eberlein, president and co-founder of a company called PayReady. And we cleaned up a really messy space in multifamily, and we did it using technology and most recently AI. I think the best way to tell you about PayReady is to tell you what happens without us. So everybody has debt on your buildings, right? People move out and they owe money. And there's a period of time where a property manager or an assistant manager will make calls on behalf of the property and try to get people to pay. That happens for 30 days, 60 days, some period of time. Then from there, it goes to a collection agency. Then you hope that the collection agency does a good job. If you want to know how the collection agency is doing, you have to call them and say, hey, how are you doing with our debt? Then they provide you a report that they create themselves, and then you look at their report card and you go, okay, you're getting an A. That's great, it works. It's the way it's been for a long time. The way that we fixed it is, I think, pretty neat. What we've been able to do is automate that first party piece. So all of that work that happens on site with the property managers and all of that outbound call, inbound calls, text messages, emails, our system does all of that for you. So the managers get to go back to doing what they do best, moving people in, moving people out, and our system creates that first party space for you. We handle all that work on site by that the managers used to do. Then, rather than sending a file to a collection agency, the files stay inside the system, inside of PayReady, the system that we created. Collection agencies log into PayReady, and then they do their work inside our system. So you get to see all of the calls that they make, you get to see the collection activity that they do, and it's a competitive marketplace. So all of the files are given to the agencies, and they work them in the system, and then we rank order them. The better the agencies do, the more of their files they get. So we clean this whole space up. You can bring your own collection agency if they want to compete for your business. And there's no long-term contract. You either sign up and we're doing a great job for you and you love it, or you go back to the agency you were using before. It was 8 years, it took a long time, but we now have 3 million units, which I can't even believe, 350 management companies, a couple $1 billion in debt. Never in a million years did I ever expect any of that. What's cool about that is now we have more, we are every single collection agency's largest possible client, right? So with 3 million units, they have to really compete and do a good job for us to make sure that they continue to get files. So what's neat about that is we have a lot of debt, a lot of data, and now we're starting to scrub that debt to make sure that all of the communications that go out are going out in the most efficient way. So we know every email, every phone call, every text, every reply, all of the words that are in those replies. We know that the language of the communication at the property level, the language of the communication at the collection agency level. We're able to monitor all of that. Files go to the agencies that do the best job in the region that you're in. So if you got a killer agency in Florida, we're going to send them a bunch of your Florida files. But if you've got one in New York City that does a very good job, those files are going to go to New York City. So it's really easy. So what you're doing today isn't awesome. You have to rely on the collectors and agencies to tell you how well they're doing, which they're probably all doing a pretty good job. But you can verify that by using PayReady, signing up with us. We integrate with your property management system, all of them. The files come right in at move out. They get worked for that first period time. Last year, we kept 1.5 million consumers from ever going to a collection agency. So they were all able to get taken care of on site, which is really neat. We're very happy about that. So when you sign up with us and you try to use PayReady, when you do that, like I said, there's no long-term contract. You sign up, all the files just start moving to us. And we're either killing it for you and you love it, or you just go back to doing what you're doing before. So that's it. My name's Adam. I'm going to be hanging around all day. Like I said, president, founder, only one company, but it's my baby, and I love it. So thank you very much.